welcome back to AR Karma. I'm Rachel. If you've never been to our channel before or watched any of our videos, I'm the other half of AR Karma. Today I just wanted to share with you a nice tutorial of how to get into Bakasana or crow pose. This is definitely for all levels, especially beginners if you've never been able to accomplish this pose yet, or you've been working on it but you're still missing just that one little tweak that might help you get into the pose a little bit more fully. I'm going to be going through this through every little point we could possibly do to help you, with the gaze, the hand placement, the hips, everything. So stay with me and let's get started. We're going to come onto our feet and we're going to come to a messy squat, a messy malasana, coming just to the toes, not bringing the heels down quite yet. And I want us just to bring our hands to the heart first, beginning to balance, because we are doing an arm balance, and sometimes it's hard enough to balance on our feet without falling, let alone our hands. So just having the heart, hands in the center, sitting tall, connecting with the breath. Now, getting into this pose, bring the hands about a foot in front of you. And you're going to grip the fingertips, pressing into the anchor in between the thumb and the index finger. That's going to help you with your hold, kind of like a suction cup. So, staying on the toes, inhale, lifting the hips as high as you can, coming to the balls of the feet. Then, you're going to lean forward, maybe bending the elbows a bit to create a shelf. I just want you to start with that first. So, again, having the hands in front of you, planting, gripping them like you're going to grab onto the earth, grab onto the ground. Inhale, lift the hips, tucking them into the armpits, and then leaning forward as you exhale, coming to the tips of your toes. Good. Come back down. Take a breath. Good. Inhale, lifting the hips. As you exhale, leaning forward, gazing in between the hands. Good. Back down. Now, when you're pulling up like that and pressing into the toes, make sure you're not putting too much weight on the triceps only. This is more than just an arm balance. You're using your center, your core to hold you up. So just like we do, say you do with a little cat-cow, just like we're pulling that belly button into spine here, we're doing the same exact motion with our crow pose. So inhale. And so you're pulling that belly button into spine as you come forward, rounding out the back. And maybe lifting the right foot up. Maybe putting it down. Lift the other side. Bring it back down. Come all the way down. Settle into Malasana just for a moment. Sometimes that can be tricky, can be hard, especially if it's the first time. It definitely is an ab burner, especially if you worked out today. Remember to stay with your breath. This is what's going to help us with our crow pose. Don't hold your breath. It's not good. Now, another thing is, if you're, good with the tips of the toes, things, but the only thing holding you back from trying to lift those feet is that you're afraid of face planting, you can use a block, highest level for your forehead to kiss. Just gently rest on, or maybe if that doesn't feel safe enough, you can always use a pillow. So if you do face plant, it won't hurt as much. All right, so getting back into it so we can come into the full crow pose. Plant the hands, inhale, lifting on the balls of the feet, tuck the knees into the armpits, create a shelf. Maybe as you exhale, lifting that right foot, maybe. There you go, left foot, nice. Now pulling that belly button into spine, tucking the chin in slightly, gazing in between the hands, trying to lift. Good. Bring the feet towards the buttocks. And then slowly bring the feet down. Take a forward fold here. Inhale halfway. Exhale, folding. Good. Come back to that messy malasana. Now, if you went for all of that and it worked, or if you're still having troubles, just keep practicing by lifting one foot at a time and eventually, you know, you'll be able to get a longer hold. It just comes with time and with practice. So don't give up. Just keep trying. You can do it. So for those of us that can hold, you know, maybe both feet at a time, we have that little bit of hold, you can always try go for the full lift off with both feet coming up. So inhale, lifting the hips, tuck the armpits, create that shelf. As you exhale, you bring the feet up. Remember, pull the belly button into the spine. Gazing between the hands. And once you can eventually hold this, you know, 5+ breaths, you can try to straighten the arms for a crane. Maybe bend the elbows and go for some wrist taps. You know, whatever you're in the mood for. Just slowly come down. You know, come into a malasana. Take the time to, you know, let the blood flow collect itself, because we are letting our head come down below our heart. So the blood is just rushing, so we get this burst of energy, which feels amazing, of course. But just take your time. Anytime you come into any sort of inversion, just let the body settle, the heart rate come to. So yeah, there it is. I really hope this video helped you guys. You know, if you couldn't quite get it yet and you got the smallest progress, I'm so happy. If you know, were quite there and you just had that little instruction helped get you that extra lift off, those extra few seconds, I'm so happy, you know, I could help you throughout your practice. You know, thank you so much for joining me, watching this video. Go ahead, if you have any questions, go and comment below. Subscribe to our channels for anything else, and go ahead and check out whatever else we got. Namaste.
You're running?
Yes.